Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of TgEmma Plays, I guess. Um, it's not really though. This is Pokemon TGC opening, so yeah, let's get this started. So this is what we have. Just go there so it can kind of be seen. So it's there. I will read it properly in a moment. That kind of looked a bit dark then. Then we have this. And again, I'll read that. And then we have and kind of what's in the top screen, even though it's easier for me to watch the bottom screen. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. It's the Pokemon TCG Luminous Frost Theme Deck. And it says, Ninetales are courage. Alolan Ninetales is keeping it frosty, and its friends are super hot. Opposites attract when you fuse fire and water types, offering 2 packs to victory. With passionate fire and cool moves, the Luminous Frostbeam deck is all about a winning attitude. In this box you'll find 60 Pokemon card deck, 1 card checklist, 1 metallic coin, 2 player playmat and rule sheet, 1 code card to play this deck online, 1 deck box, damage counters. Each player must have a 60 card deck of Pokemon cards to play. And it does say there on there, it does have a list of, it says number 38, Alolan Ninetales Luminous Frost deck list. Alolan Ninetales times 2, Alolan Vulpix times 3, Alolan Sandslash times 2, Alolan Sandshrew times 2, Bruxis times 1, Kingdra times 1, Seadra times 2, Horsea times 2, Simipour times 2, Pampor times 2, Simisear times 1, Pansear times 2, Heatmore times 2, Bouffalance times 1, Big Malazada, I don't know, times 1, Energy Retrieval times 1, Escape Rope times 1, How times 3, Lana times 1, Nestball times 2, Professor Cookie times 2, Rescue Stretcher times 1, Time of All times 2, Wishful Baton times 1, Water Energy times 14, and Fire Energy times 6. Now I am kind of hoping that is not what you get, but I'm hoping you that's just, you know, what makes a good set. But you know, I kind of have a feeling that is going to be what is in it. So let's see if there's any way we can open this without damaging the box too much. It doesn't particularly look like it. Okay, so no, there doesn't seem to be any way without damaging the box. So let's go ahead and God, that is, there we go. Right. Yes, I'm kind of guessing that is what the deck will be. So, right, we've got what was that? Coin, I think it said, wasn't it? Metallic coin. So just plain black on the back and on the front. If you can see it, it's got like a bluish sort of shine to it. What are them? Damage counters. Oh, we have someone watching, thank you. Then we have, I'm guessing this is the checklist. So, Sun and Moon, Burning Shadows, Expansion. And on the back, there's users checkboxes below to keep track of your TCG cards. And then I'm guessing this will be the playmat. With the rules on the back. Nice. And then we have the box. We have the code, which I'm going to keep for myself for now. Eventually, I will, if this continues, I will start giving out the codes. So the first one we have, I'm not sure if it's part of the deck or if it's an extra. So it is Alolan Ninetales. If it'll focus properly. But it's stage 1 is obviously Vulpix, Alolan Ninetales, 110 HP, it's water, number 38, Fox Pokemon, height 3.3, guessing 3.7 inches, weight 43.9 pounds, ability Luminous Barrier, prevent all effects of attacks including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon GX or Pokemon EX, Aurora Beam, which does 80 damage and it uses a water and 2 energy. Its weakness is, I'm not quite sure what that is. Retreat, I'm guessing that's who's done the illustration. So it is kind of got a nice, that it's hollow and it's got sort of diamonds on it, if I can get it in close enough to see that. Kind of nice, quite cool. So let's put that there and let's open up the deck. So obviously the card, the deck holder, card holder, whatever. And then, okay, so what's, okay, weird, there's 4 water energies at the back. They can just go there. Right, so we have Simipour, which is 90 HP, evolves from Pampor, Scratch 30, Aqua Reflect 50, move water energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon, weakness to grass times 2, resistance, retreat. The high pressure water expelled from its tail is so powerful it can destroy a concrete wall. Then we have Alolan Sandshrew, 60 HP, defense curl, flip a coin, if heads prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. And then Ice Ball, 30, again that weakness which I'm not sure what it is, retreat, it lives on snowy mountains, its steel shell is very hard, so much so it can't roll up its body up. It can't roll its body up into a ball. So that's obviously different from the original Sandshrew, which was, what was it? Was it rock type or something? Right, so we've got another water energy, a timer ball. Flip 2 coins for each head. For each head, search your deck for an evolution Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. You may play as many item cards as you like during your turn before your attack. Cool. That can go there. Escape Rope. That's changed since the original one. So obviously it's a trainer item. Each player switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. Your opponent switches first. If a player does not have a bench Pokemon, that player doesn't switch Pokemon. You may play as many items as you like during your turn before you attack. Then we've got a Fire Energy. And then we have Horsey. Again, different image since the original series. So 60 HP, attack is Water Arrow. This attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. Known to shoot down flying bugs with precision blasts of ink from the surface of the water. I can go there. Then we have Trainer How, whatever. So draw 3 cards. You may play only one supporter card during your turn. Then we have Bouffalant, 120 HP. Buffant Head 30, Knockover 80, and it says about it, they charge wildly and headbutt everything. Their headbutts have enough destructive force to derail a train. From pile. Withheld number, I don't answer withheld. And then we have another water energy. Then we have Big Masalada. It says heal 20 damage and remove a special condition from your active Pokemon. You may play as many item cards as you wish before your attack. So Big Masalada, whatever that is. It's a trainer item. Then we have another trainer item, Rescue Stretcher. So choose one. Put a Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand. Shuffle 3 Pokemon from your disc pile into your deck. Not bad, actually. Wait, was that one on the... Yeah, it was ×1. Right, then we have Alolan Vulpix. 60 HP. Powder Snow and Icy Snow attacks, is that? Yep, 30. It exhales air colder than -58 degrees Fahrenheit. Elderly people in Alola call this Pokemon by an older name, Kyo. Cool. Then we have another Fire Energy. Then we have Pampor, 70 HP. Water Gun, which does 10 damage. The water stored inside the tufts on its head is full of nutrients. It waters plants with it using its tail. Right, so what I'm going to do actually is go... Right, so we've got Simipour, which is the evolution of Pampor. Alolan Sandshrew, Horsey, Bouffalant, and Alolan Vulpix, as well as the Alolan Ninetales there. Right, Fire Energy, Rescue Stretcher, Big Malaster, Howl, right, Water Energy, Fire Energy, Escape Rope, Timeable, Water. Right, so Water and energies can just go over there. Trainer cards can go there. Right, then we have another trainer card. This is Nest Ball. It is a trainer item. It says search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. Another water energy. We've got, 14 of them to go through, if it is this list exactly. Right, then we have the other one, Pansear, with 70 HP, and is that Flare? Yep, Flare, which does 10 damage. It says very intelligent. It roasts berries before eating them. It likes to help people. Then we have a standard Alolan Ninetales. So we've already read what this one does, so I'm not going to read it again. Then we have Professor Kukui. I'm sure that's how they say it during the episodes. He is a trainer supporter. It says draw 2 cards during this turn. Your Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. Cool. Then we have a fire energy, and then I just saw what is next, and it is Heatmore. Oh wow, that's kind of a cool image actually. So 110 HP, is that right? Yeah, 110 HP. Odor Sleuth. Flip 2 coins for each heads. Put a coin from your discard pile into your hand. Searing Flame does 60 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Using their very hot flame-covered tongues, they burn few Durant steel bodies and consume their insides. So, and then we have a water energy. One thing I am thinking of is when I obviously do the edited version, should I do it including the reading through of the cards, or should I just announce the card and then go through? I'm monitoring live chat, so I can see if you do want to chat, give any advice on going through any of the other stuff. Obviously, this is a theme deck, so it seems it is as it says. So next is Alolan Sandslash, which is the evolved form of Alolan Sandshrew. I wonder, can you evolve like a normal Sandshrew into an Alolan Sandslash? Or yeah, the other way around, an Alolan Sandshrew into a normal Sandslash. So Alolan Sandslash, 110 HP, water type. So it's got an ability, Slush Rush. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may draw a card. Can't you do that anyway? Smash Turn, 50. That does 50 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. So you do it and then you switch it. Wow, cool. Fleeing a volcanic eruption, it's settled on a snowy mountain. As it races through the snowfields, it sends up a spray of snow. And that will go under Alolan Sandshrew. Then we have another water energy. And then we have a Seadra, the evolved form of Horsey. So 80 HP, water type, and its attack is Water Arrow. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Its body bristles with sharp spikes. Carelessly trying to touch it could cause fainting from the spikes. Then there is another Howl. So that one will go there. Another fire energy. Then we have, as far as I'm aware, the final form of the Horsey evolution, which is Kingdra. Which does, God, let me hold it better. 140 HP. Its attack is Brine. Or one of its attack is Brine. This attack does 90 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon that has any damage counters on it. Don't apply weakness and resistance for benched Pokemon. And Tornado Shot, which does 90 damage. Discard a water energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for a benched Pokemon. And its description, it is said that it usually hides in underwater caves. It can create whirlpools by yawning. Awesome. And then we have another Alolan Sandshrew. So is that the end of the Sandshrews now? Yep, that's the last of the Sandshrews. Another water energy. Holding it a bit too high then. Well, if it is exactly as that theme says, it is exactly like it. Then we have another Timer Ball. And then we have a Wishful Baton. So right underneath it, it says Pokemon Tool. Attach a Pokemon Tool to one of your Pokemon that doesn't already have a Pokemon Tool attached to it. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack, make up to 3 basic energy cards. Move up to 3 basic energy cards from that Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. You may play as many item cards as you like during your turn before you attack. Cool, that sounds pretty useful. So I'm sure there's only one of them. If it is like this list, yep, there's only one of them. There's one of them, so that can go on there. What about Malazda? Yep, there's only one of them. Next is Lana, who is a trainer supporter. If it'll focus, it doesn't want to focus. Oh well. So she's one of the trainers from the episodes. Heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it. Cool. What if you have multiple water energies attached to them? And there's apparently only one of them, so that can go there. Next is another Alolan Vulpix. So that is 2 of 3, and we've obviously got the 2 Alolan things. Then we have another Water Energy, and another Professor Kukui. So, yep, that it says there's 2 of them, so that can go on the done list. What about Escape Rope? Escape Rope times 1, done. Timeable. Timeable times 2. Nest Ball times 2, so we've still got at least one of them. Right, it says Fire Energy should be times 6. We've got 4, so there should be 2 more. And this should be 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there should be 3 more Water Energies. And then Trainer card Hell. There should be 3 of them, so 1 more. Then we have a trainer item, Energy Retrieval. I'm sure that used to be in the... Was that in the original series or the second gen? So it says put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. Cool. Energy Retrieval. Right, 1 of them. So that can go straight onto done list. Another Water Energy. What's that leave now? 2 more. Another Horsey. So that's 2 of them. So Horsey times 2. Seadra should be times 2, and then Kingdra's times 1. So then we have another. Wait, another. Yep, another Alolan Sandslash. I will get these eventually. So that is Sandshrew, Sandslash. Right, so Sandshrew and Sandslash are complete. They can go there. Then we have another Simipour. Another Fire Energy. Another Pansear. Another Nest Ball, so that should be the Nest Balls complete. Yep, Nest Balls complete. Go away, Pansear. Right, now we have Simisear, so 90 HP. This one looks kind of cool as well. I know people typically hate him, but yeah, the card looks kind of cool. He did the illustration. So Scratch does 30 damage and Flare Recharge does 50. Attach a Fire Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. A flame burns inside its body. It scatters embers from its head and tail to sear its opponents. Right, so Pansear and Simipour. Pansear times 2. Simisear times 1. So that is Pansear, Simisear done. And then we have another water energy. And then another Pampor, which I believe completes Pampor and Pansear. Sorry, wait. Pampor and Simiport times 2 of each. Then we have a second Heatmore. So, yep, that completes that. Then we have another water energy. Another how, whatever. Another Vulpix. So that should be the Vulpix Ninetales collection complete. And then we have Bruxish, 100 HP water type. 100 HP water type. So its attacks are Gnash Teeth. It says your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Awesome. And then Synchronize, which does 60 damage. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon that shares a type with your opponent's active Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. So does it do 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench? So does it do 60 damage plus 20 damage to each thing? That's kind of confusing. When it unleashes its psychic power from the protuberance on its head, the grating sound of grinding teeth echoes through the area. Bruxish. Cool. A fire energy. And then finally, Seadra. So, let's go through this and see if it is all correct as it supposedly says. Now I'm going to do it in slightly different order to how it actually says though. Vulpix, Ninetales, Bruxish. And then it goes into Panpour, Simipour, Pansear, Simisear. Oh wait, done this wrong. Sandshrew, Sandslash. After the Vulpixes and Ninetales. Then Bruxish, Kingdra, Seadra, Horsey, Simipour, Pansear, Simisear. Right. Heatmore, Buffalant, Big Malazda, and Energy Retrieval, Escape Rope, Howl, Lana, Nest Ball, Kukui, Rescue Stretcher, Timer Ball, Wishful Baton, Water Energy, and Fire Energy. Right, so 3 Vulpixes, 2 Ninetales, 1 standard, and 1 with the hollow. Sandshrew, Sandslash, 2 Sandshrew and 2 Sandshrew, 2 Sandslash, or sorry, a Lowland Sandslash, 1 Brooksish, 2 Horsey, 2 Seadra, 1 Kingdra. So 2 Horsey, 2 Seadra, 1 Kingdra. Alright, then we've got Simipour times 2, Panpour times 2, Simisear times 1, Pansear times 2. So Panpour times 2, Simipour times 2, Pansear times 2, Simisear times 1. So far it is spot on to that desk split. That is disappointing. You know, I know it's a theme deck, but I thought a theme deck might just be themed on Alolan Ninetales and not exactly as it says. So let's just check Heatmore times 2, that's probably my favourite card so far. That looks the coolest. 1 Bouffalant, 1 Big Malazada, 1 Energy Retrieval, 1 Escape Rope, 3 Help, or Hui, anyone know how to pronounce that? 1 Lana, 2 Nest Balls, 2 Professor Kukui, 1 Rescue Stretcher, 2 Timer Balls, 1 Wishful Baton, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 Water Energies. And that should leave 6 Fire Energies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So that theme deck was exactly 100% as it says on the box. Kind of disappointed by that one. Well, that was 20 quid. 20 quid, and there was no shocks in it, other than some of the designs. But so disappointed, but also happy. We have 3 viewers. So what should I do next? Shall I do the tin or the booster packs? We're down to 1 viewer. Tin. Okay. So it's Tapu Koko GX. And it says, stand strong with the Island Guardians. Stand ready with the strange and fearsome Pokemon of Alola. Choose the Electric Mischief of Tapu Koko GX or the Relentless Vines of Tapu Bulu GX in the Pokemon trading card game, Island Guardians tin. Each of these beautiful tins contains all the astonishing power of a strange and mysterious Pokemon GX who stands as a defender of the land. In this tin, you will find 1 of 2 foil Pokemon GX cards, Tapu Koko GX or Tapu Bulu GX, 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and a code card to unlock a playable deck in the Pokemon trading card game. Alright, I've got, you know what? I am going to keep the code for that one, but I'm going to give away the code for the for that theme deck we've just done. So whoever gets it first, it's yours. If you can see it. Let me know what you get, if you get the same or if you get anything if you don't get anything interesting. If you get anything interesting that's not in the thing, I'll just give it a couple Couple more seconds. And going. Okay, so I'm sure I had a pair of scissors. There. Should have gone with sharper ones, really. So, the tin. So, on the front of it, you've got your picture of Tapu Koko at the bottom. Obviously, you can see Tapu Koko through the front. The back with Tapu Koko and Tapu, what was it? Tapu Bulu. The side, is that Tapu Bulu? The energies, Tapu Koko, and then Pokemon TCG. Right, there we go. So, right. On the front, we have a Tapu Koko GX card. Wow. Fully hollow. That is really cool, actually. It kind of looks 3D-ish as well. So it's 170 HP, electric type, Tapu Koko GX. It's a basic as well. So it has an ability which is Aero Trail. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may move any number of electric energy from your other Pokemon to this Pokemon. If you do, switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So its attacks are Sky High Claws, which uses 2 energy and 1 colorless energy, if it's still called that, which does 130 damage, and Tapu Thunder GX, which uses the exact same amount of the exact same energy combination. It does 50 times damage. This attack does 50 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your opponent's cards. You can't use more than 1 GX attack in a game. So Pokemon GX rule: when your Pokemon GX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. Prize cards? What are prize cards? But yeah, that's Tapu Koko GX. I'm trying to get it to focus in a bit. I will take pictures after and post them onto my, I don't know, Instagram or something maybe. What should we do with this? For now, because this is obviously a bit different. Then we have the card which I'm using. And then, wow, is that it? I thought it said it got more than that. One or two, a code. Oh, okay, maybe that is all we get. So we get 2 Sun and Moon Guardian Rising booster packs with a different picture on each. 1 Evolutions, which has got Blastoise picture on it, and 1 Steam Siege. Okay, so shall we do? Oh no, we'll do these. So, shall we do the Steam Siege first, or the Evolutions, or the Tapu Koko, or Alolan Ninetales, Sun and Moon, Guardians Rising? Which one? Any? Just randomly pick, or? So they've all got 10 additional game cards, so I'm guessing Guardian Rising. Which one? Should we do Oh, well, get rid of that. Get rid of that and that. Should we do the Tapu Koko one or the Alolan Ninetales one? Or I think we had one here as well. Burning Shadows. Nope. Ninetales or Koko? Tapu Koko. Okay. So I've heard these are really hard to open. It ripped, but it wasn't hard. I didn't really want to rip it, but oh well. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I'm gonna have the cards for these 4, and then on these 6, I will give away the codes. So that one can go over there. Right, I've heard it is free from the back to the front. Right, so first card is Gliscor. Is that an evolution of Glygor? Yep, evolves from Gligar, not Glygor. 110 HP, fighting type, finishing stinger, does 70 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon has no damage counters on it before this attack does damage, this attack does nothing. If your opponent's attack power has no damage counters on it before... Okay, cool. And Guillotine, which does 90 damage, and it says it observes prey while hanging inverted from branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. Then we have Machoke. Cool little image there of him. 100 HP, fighting type, lifting a big rock. So its ability, Daunting Pose. Prevent all damage done to your benched Pokemon by your opponent's attacks. Your opponent attacks and abilities can't put damage counters on your benched Pokemon. And then Crush Chop, which does 30 plus damage. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. As a result of its continual workouts, it has developed tremendous power. It uses that power to help people with their work. So that's Machoke. Then we have Trainer Stadium. Altar of the Moon. The retreat cost of each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's, that has any... What the hell energy types are them? Something like an eye and something like, I don't know, like kind of moon or something. I think that's the moon image from the sun and moon. Energy attached to it is starless. This card stays in play when you play it. Discard this if another stadium card comes into play. If another card with the same name is in play, you can't play this card. Altar of the Moon. Cool. Then we have Tentacle with kind of similar image to the base pack. Dark and Psychic. Okay, cool. The Psychic one changed then. That kind of looks different to the Psychic image I remember. So I'll just show that again, just in case. So 60 HP, Sludge Shock 10. The defending Pokemon can't be healed during your opponent's next turn. They can be found lying dehydrated on beaches, but they are often still alive. When soaked in water, they will revive. The symbols are those. So the Psychic image has changed then. Wait, am I thinking Psychic? Yeah, the Psychic image. I'm sure it was different during base. Right, then we have Helioptile. So evolves into something like is it Heliopolis? Something like that. 60 HP, electric type. Its attack is Thundershock, does 10 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It's got fighting weakness times 2, resistance to whatever the hell that energy is. It's like a triangle with some. It's grey and it's got a triangle with like 3 things around the edges of the triangle. It says minus 20. And its description says they make their home in deserts. They can generate the energy from basking in the sun, so eating food is not a requirement. Helioptile. Then we have Petalil, grass type, 50 HP. Kind of reminds me of what's that one from Gen 2? That is it rare, legendary, whatever it is. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it does 10 damage, heal 10 damage from this Pokemon with Blot. And it says, although the leaves on its head are bitter enough to cause dizziness, they provide relief from weariness, even more so when boiled. Petalil. Chansey, with again a very similar image to the base pack, but with a background image. Not very good. Not focusing. Oh well. So 110 HP, normal. That's why it's called normal. Bind Wound uses 2 energy. Flip a coin. If heads, heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. And Hammer In, which uses 4 energy, does 80 damage. The eggs laid by Chansey are rich in nutrients and a favorite food of many Pokemon. Cool. Yeah, Celebi, that's the one. Reminds me of Celebi. So again, Chansey, and then next one is Gothita. Yeah, Psychic, the image is changed. That looks very an old TV show kind of ish. Design. Blown Kiss, put 1 damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. The ribbon-like feelers increase their psychic power. They are always staring at something. So Gothita, and then what's left? 3. Oh, have I done this wrong? We have a. Is that reverse hollow? Or is that what you call hollow? I don't know how they go these days. I know back in the days when it was just hollow in there, it was called hollow, and now there's reverse hollow and whatnot. So I'm guessing that is reverse hollow. So Tentacruel, water type, 110 energy. Poison Sting, 30 damage. Your opponent's attack Pokemon is now poisoned. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 more damage. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed, 40 plus. Normally, it has 80 poisonous tentacles. The longer one has been alive, the fewer tentacles it will have. The longer one has been alive, the fewer tentacles it will have. Reverse hollow, cool. Then we have a normal hollow, Politoed. Ugh, hated them in the game. Hated them. They were such scammy Pokemon. An evolution of Poliwag. So Poliwhirl evolves from Poliwhirl when I can't remember how you evolve it in the game. So 130 HP, water type, roll call. Search your deck from a Poliwag, a Poliwhirl, and a Poliwrath and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck. Hyper Jump. 100 damage. You may shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. They gather on moonlit nights to form a large chorus. Their cries sound angry and not at all pleasant, but they are certainly distinctive. Now, the thing I hated about it back in the game, whichever one it was, they had an ability which I believe has been banned now, obviously because it hasn't got an attack on it. But I'm just trying to load up Pogo on my phone so I can work out its what it evolves with. And for some reason it doesn't seem to want to load. Maybe it's because my battery's low. Where's my... oh, screw it. I'll just go... You just bear with me 2 seconds. Plug that into the back of my BT box. Right. Wrong thing. Pokédex. No. Wait. Is it Pokédex? No. Pokemon. God. No. 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 The name. No. Wait. Number. Where's Polywell? Right. So evolve into Politoed with 1 King's Rock. So, yeah, that was Hollow Politoed. And then finally, yeah, we did it wrong, Energy. So, on that one, it is 4 from the back. What was that? Sun and Moon. 4 from the back, Sun and Moon. So, where's the other one gone? I had 4, 2, 6. I've lost 1. I've lost 1. Nope, I'm not unsat on it. So next up, Steam Siege, the other Guardian Rising, or Evolutions. And then the last ones. Shall we do the other Guardians Rising? Or shall we mix it up and do one of the other 2? Steam Siege, okay. The one I've heard to be the worst one. Okay, this one's a bit more difficult. That's kind of a perfect opening. Alright, so again, I did say I will have these 4 codes and give away the other 6. So, right. Steam Siege, is that 3 from the back or 4? I'm guessing 3. Because it's not Sun and Moon. It's been 4 on 11 and Sun and Moon. So it's going to be 3 from the back. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Right, so first up is God of War Spirit Link. Pokemon tool. Attach Pokemon tool to... oh, I've read that before. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Guadvar EX. Yeah, that M's a Mega in it. Mega Guadvar EX. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Mega Guadvar EX. Cool. Then we have Tangrowth. Okay, that's the... when did that come in? Was that X and Y that came in, or Sun and Moon, something like that? So we've got Tangrowth, 130 HP, Grass type, Leaf Storm, 80 damage, heal 40 damage from each of your Grass Pokemon, and Flog 110 plus. Wow. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 30 more damage. Its vines grow so profusely that in the warm season you can't even see its eyes. Cool. 4th generation, so Pokemon, you've got the first one. Black and white. Then we have Fletchinder, 70 HP, normal type. Glide does 30 damage. The hotter the flame sack on its belly, the faster it can fly, but it takes some time to get the fire going. So that is the evolution of Fletchling. Then we have Sinnoh. Yeah, that was black and white, wasn't it? What is that? I can't see until I... Bergmite, 70 HP, water type. Thought it would have been ice type. Ice Block, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, and Icy Snow, 20 damage. Using air of minus 150 degrees Fahrenheit, they freeze opponents solid. They live in herds above the snow line on the mountains. And then we have, oh god, black and white is 5th generation. Joltik. Diamond. Pokemon Diamond. Oh, cool. So, again, I'll just show that again. Joltik, 30 electric energy, 30 electric type. Attach does 10 damage. They attach themselves to large-bodied Pokemon and absorb static electricity, which they store in an electric punch. So if it attaches to large-bodied Pokemon, what if it's another small Pokemon? And then we have Mantine. So 100 HP, water type, healing wave. Discard as many cards as you like from your hand. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon for each card you discarded in this way. Dwindling wave, 90 minus. This attack does 90 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Then we have, I hated this in the game, Clink. $50 and what type is that? I don't know. Disorderly flip 10 times. Flip 4 coins. This attack does 10 damage times the number of heads. The 2 mini gears that mash together are predetermined. Each will rebound from other mini gears without meshing. Metal. Cool. Then we have Ponyta. Again, very similar image to the base generation, I think, although I'm sure it was facing the other way. And there wasn't the background image. So it's 60 HP, fire type, returning flames. Put 2 energy cards from your discard pile into your hand, and live coal, which does 10 damage. Its legs go strong while it chases after its parent. It runs in the fields and mountains all day. Then we have, this should be, I don't know. Ooh, what is this? That way? That way. It's a break card. My first ever break card. Woo! Talonflame as well. Not bad. Let's have a look at that. My first ever break card. Evolves from Talonflame. So Talonflame Break evolves from Talonflame. Awesome. Break evolution rule. Talonflame Break retains the attacks, abilities, weakness, resistance, and retreat costs from its previous evolution. So its attack is Flare Blitz, does 150 damage. Discard all fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Not bad. And then finally we have, so I'm not even looking. That is going to go up there with Tapu Koko. Is that just standard or is that standard rare? That's got a weird image down the bottom, so I'm guessing standard rare. Samurott, that is the evolution of Duat. 140 water type. Ultimate Blade does 40 damage. If the damage from this attack reduces your opponent's active Pokemon's HP to 60 or less. If the damage from this attack reduces your opponent's active Pokemon's HP to 60 or less, that Pokemon is knocked out. Cool. And Pike, which does 90 damage. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Wait, did I read the... Oh, there isn't a thing to read on Talonflame other than the break evolution. Break rule. So, one swing of the sword incorporated into its armor can fell an opponent. A simple glare from one of them quiets everybody. Standard, I'm guessing that is standard rare in it with that little thing at the bottom, that little mark. Because none of... Wait, Clink has it as well. And so does Ponyta, and Mantine, Joltik, Bergmite. Gothita doesn't, but most of the... Well, no, not most of the others. Few of the others have it. So are they all rares? Are they all standard rares? Or is it the ones that don't have it? I don't know. Right, now we're going to do... Guardians Rising or Evolutions? Evolutions, I'm sure, is sort of... I know it's X and Y, but isn't it O equals common? It's not really an O though. It's got it's like a little clanky sort of thing. So star equals rare. Oh, it has got a star next to its number. Yep. So it's a standard rare then. Right, evolutions. This is free from the back, isn't it? Who's the other person that's watching? Not said anything. Oh god. Right, 1, 2, 3. 3, yep. So first up is... Oh wow, it's a potion. Base set potion. Looks like an updated image though. Heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. You may play as many item cards as you like during your turn before you attack. That's got a star next to its number and something that kind of looks like an unknown. Then another trainer card. Venusaur Spirit Link this time. Last time we had a Spirit Link, we got that break card. So Venusaur Spirit Link, Pokemon. Your turn does not end if the Pokemon this card is attached to becomes Venusaur minus EX. Oh, Mega Venusaur EX. So do the Spirit Links need to be used to evolve it into a Mega? Next up is Machoke. So let's have a look at that Machoke compared to... yeah, it is a different image. Okay, it's not the same. Right, I am going to compare them though. So, right, we'll just show that one first. So, Machoke, 90 HP, level 40. What's that level 40 about? Never saw that before. Evolves from Machop, put Machoke on the basic Pokemon. Number 67, super Pokemon, blah, 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 blah. Karate Chop, 60 minus. This attack does 60 damage minus 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And Submission, which does 80. The Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Its formidable body never gets tired. It helps people by doing work such as moving of heavy goods. Again, that one's got that thing which you just said, uncommon. The three from the back are uncommons. So, oh, hold on. I wanted to compare the two from the two different ones. So we've got the Generations one, this one, Evolutions one, sorry, 90 HP, whereas this one has got 100 HP. But generally, the Evolutions one has got better attacks. Right, now what was we doing here? Right, that. Wait. Is that one? No, that one. Back to there. Right, so next up, after Machoke, is Ghastly. Right, so Ghastly, level 8, 40 HP, Psychic. Little Grudge. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is knocked out by damage from an attack, discard an energy attack to the attacking Pokemon. And Nightmare, 20, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. A being that exists as a thin gas, it can topple an Indian elephant by enveloping the prey in 2 seconds. Then we have Diglett Dig, Diglett Dig, Diglett Dig. 40 HP, level 8, fighting type, really? Ability Submerge, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks, both yours and your opponent's. Dig Through, this attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. And it says it burrows through the ground at a shallow depth. It leaves raised earth in its wake, making it easy to spot. So doesn't it do normal damage anymore? Next up is Rattata. 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 Level 9, 40 HP, normal type, ability Mischievous Fang. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may discard all Pokemon tool cards attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Its attack is Bite and it does 10 damage. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so it gnaws on hard things to whittle them down. Charmander! Charmander, char! Level 10, 60 HP, Fire type, Scratch does 10, and Ember does 30. Discard a fire energy attached to this Pokemon. From the time it's born, a flame burns at the tip of its tail. Its life would end if the flame were to go out. Not according to Pokemon Arc. Arc Pokemon, whichever one it is. I can go in water and the flame won't go out. Next is an energy type. Psychic energy. And then reverse hollow Vulpix. So level 11, 60 HP, Confuse Ray does 20 damage, flip a coin. This is not easy to read. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. While young, it has 6 gorgeous tails. When it grows, several new tails are sprouted. And finally, may the drum roll begin. Will it be a... Raticate. Raticate. That didn't sound very raticatey. Normal rare. 60 HP, level 41. Crunch. 10. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon and Shadowy Bite 60 times. This attack does 60 damage times the number of special energy cards in your opponent's discard pile. Wow. Its rear feet have 3 toes each. They are webbed, enabling it to swim across rivers. And finally, the final pack for the... This was the tin, weren't it? The final... Yep, that is the final one. Is the Sun and Moon Guardians Rising Alola Ninetales picture. So, Sun and Moon, this will be 4 from the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I've done it right. First up is Fire Energy. Then we have Mallow. Yep, Trainer Supporter Mallow. Search your deck for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, then put those cards on top of it in any order. You may only play 1 card during your turn. Next, we have Sudowoodo. 100 HP, fighting type. Ability Roadblock. Your opponents can't have more than 4 benched Pokemon. If they have 5 or more benched Pokemon, they discard bench Pokemon until they have 4 Pokemon on the bench. If more than one effect changes the number of bench Pokemon allowed, use the smaller number. Rock Throw, 40 damage. To avoid attacks, it mimics a tree. It will run off if splashed with water, which it hates. Unless you have, Brock's one, which for some reason seems to like water. Next, we have... I wish the camera would focus so I could just read it from there. Holla. Shuffle your hand into your deck. If you have used your GX attack, draw 7 cards. If not, draw 4 cards. Here's the Trainer Supporter. Then we have Alolan Sandshrew. Nice. So now we have, what? Is it 3 of them? 4 of them? 3 of them. So we've already read out its stuff. Awesome. Oh well, I've already revealed it. Murkrow. Bloody nightmare to catch on Pokemon Go. Basic Murkrow, Dark. 70 HP. Whirlwind does 10 damage. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their bench Pokemon. They awaken at dusk and take wing in twilight, leading to the expression "get home before the Murkrow fly." Oh, pardon me. Then we have, how many cards are left? Helioptile, again, we've already read this one. Yep, it's the same one. So next, I didn't reveal that all the way. That's all I've seen of it. Matchup. No, that's more Electrode. So 70 HP, fighting type, dual chop 30 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 damage for each head. It loves working out as it gazes at its muscles, which continue to swell day by day. It becomes more and more dedicated to its training. All right, one more if I've done it right before. Then we have, is that Slowbro? Slowbro. Slowpoke. Slowpoke. 70 HP, Psychic type, Headbutt, 10 damage, Whimsy Tackle does 60. Flip a coin, if tails, this attack does nothing. The long tail often breaks off. It doesn't really feel any pain though, and the tail grows back, so Slowpoke isn't particularly bothered. Slowpoke, everybody. Slowpoke. Slowpoke. That's more like Slowpoke. And ow, reverse hollow. Chandelure. Reverse hollow Chandelure. 140 HP. Shady Move ability is its ability. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may move 1 damage from one Pokemon to another Pokemon. Super Singe does 50. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. And it says, being consumed in Chandelure's flame burns on the spirit, leaving the body mind. Be right back. I'm just going to turn the light on because it's starting to get a little dark. And just to make sure, I will also turn on the lamp. So, that's a bit better. Chandelure, reverse hollow. And finally, Wailord. 200 HP, water type. Rare, common, rare, standard rare, whatever you want to call it. Dive. If you heard any of that. So Wailord, 200 HP, water type. Dive does 40 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon, during your opponent's next turn. Open Sea does 80 damage. Heal 30 damage from each of your water Pokemon. Wailord pursue their prey in pods with their large mouths. They can swallow entire schools of wishy-washy whole. Wishy-washy? What a wishy-washy. So, that is all of the tin done. Alright then, we're going to go with these. I'm going to randomly pick. Right, so first up is Steam Siege. Which is 3 from the back, but first of all, we're just going to go 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3 from the back. First is Lampent, 80 HP, and Psychic type. Mirror. Each player either draws or discards cards until the player has 4 cards in his or her hand. Your opponent does this first. And Flickering Flames, which does 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. It arrives near the moment of death and steals spirits from the body. And it evolves from Litwick. Do you know Hurricane Irma is coming to the USA? No, I didn't know. I'm from the UK, so sorry to hear that. Wish wherever it goes the best of luck. So next up is Holucha. 80 HP, normal type, ability Sudden Cyclone. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may have your opponent switch his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. Acrobatics 20 plus. Flip 2 coins, the attack does 20 more damage for each heads. With its wings, it controls its position in the air. It likes to attack from above, a maneuver that it is difficult to defend against. Holucha. Tangrowth. Is that different to the one we've already done? Nope, it's the same, so that can just go straight into the pile without having to finger it. Next up is Hoppip. The Jigglypuff wannabe with extra leaves. 40 HP, grass type, splash does 10. It drifts on winds. It is said that when Hoppip gather in fields and mountains, spring is on its way. Next up is Litwick. So 50 HP, Psychic type, slightly simmer. Search your deck for up to 2 cards and discard them. Shuffle your deck afterward. Litwick shines a light that absorbs the life energy of people and Pokemon, which becomes the fuel that it burns. Next up is Meowth. Meow, that's right. 60 HP, normal type. Stall, you can use this attack only if you go second and only on your first turn. Discard an energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon. And Scratch, which does 20 damage. Adores round objects. It wanders the streets on nightly basis to look for dropped loose change. And that is Meowth. Next up is Ponyta. Again, I know we've already read this one, so next up is Rufflet. Isn't that one of the starter types from the latest gen? 60 HP, normal. Reckless Charge, 20 damage. This Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Wow, that is reckless. They will challenge anything, even strong opponents, without fear. Their frequent fighting helps them become stronger. Next up is Tangela Reverse Hollow. So 80 HP, grass type, It does slam 30 times, flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 damage times the number of heads. And Mega Drain, which does 40 damage, heals 20 damage from this Pokemon. It tangles any moving thing with its vines. Their subtle shaking is ticklish if you get ensnared. And finally, fingers crossed, let's see if Steam Siege isn't as bad as everyone says. Okay, it's what is that? Is that what people call full graphic? Oh wow, that's. Let me just. Pokemon Ranger. So it is a trainer supporter. Remove all effects on attacks each player and his or her Pokemon. I'm not sure whether to put that with the good ones or just. Right. Next is Breakpoint. Full art trainer. So Breakpoint, is that 3 from the back? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So 1, 2, 3. First up is Perugly. 100 HP, normal, slash does 30, 9 press does 40 plus. Flip a coin, if heads this attack does 40 more damage. If tails, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. To make itself appear intimidatingly beefy, it tightly clinches its waist with its twin tails. And next is Slowbro. 100 HP, water type. Careless Head does 10 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 50 more damage. Nice. Walk of Homer. Walk of Homer. If you use this attack when you have only one prize card left, you win the game. When a Slowpoke went hunting in the sea, its tail was bitten by a shelter that made it evolve into Slowbro. What is a prize card? Next up is Stantler. 90 HP, normal type, Mystifying Horns, flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Big charge, 30 plus. If you have any Mega Evolution Pokemon on your bench, this attack does 50 more damage. The curved antlers subtly change the flow of air to create a strange space where reality is distorted. Then we have Slowpoke. That looks different to the Slowpoke of before. Yep, it's different. Same attack HP, but it's water type instead of psychic. Headbutt is the same, but its secondary attack is different. So, Slowpoke. 70 HP water, headbutt 10, tail lure, search your deck for Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. It lazes vacantly near water. If something bites its tail, it won't even notice for a whole day. Next up is Shinx. 60 HP, electric type, roar. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. Flop does 10. All of its fur dazzles. If danger is sensed, it flees while the foe is momentarily blinded. Next up is... that looks cool, whatever it is. Spiritsy. 50 HP. What the hell type is that? Beat does 10. In the past, rather than using perfume, royal ladies carried a Spiritsy that would waft a fragrance they liked. Right, 2 more before potential. So we have Glameow. HP 60, normal type, act cute. Your opponent puts a card from his or her hand on the bottom of his or her deck. Scratch does 20 damage. When it's happy, Glameow demonstrates beautiful movements of its tail like a dancing ribbon. And if I remember right, it was used, very cool. It was used in X and Y by someone in one of the competition things. Ducklet. 60 HP, water type, lunge does 20 damage, flip a coin, if tails this attack does nothing. They are better at swimming than flying and they happily eat their favourite food, peat moss, as they dive underwater. And this could be the reverse hollow something or another. Ferroseed. 60 HP, and again I forgot what that type is. Metal, wasn't it? Harden. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon would be damaged by an attack, prevent that attack damage done to this Pokemon if that damage is 60 or less. It absorbs the iron it finds in the rock while clinging to the ceiling. It shoots spikes when in danger. And finally, Hollow Aegislash evolves from Doublade, 140 HP, Psychic type, Painful Sword, double the number of damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Megaton Slash, 100 damage. This attack does 10 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Apparently, it can detect the innate qualities of leadership. According to legend, whoever it recognizes is destined to become a king. Next is Breakthrough. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 3 from the back to the front. First one is Sandslash. 90 HP, fighting type, slash does 20, swift does 80. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. Curls up into a spiny ball. When threatened, it can roll while curled up to attack or escape. Heavy Boots. If the retreat cost of the Pokemon this card is attached to is 3 or more, that Pokemon gets plus 20 HP and can't be confused. Wait, what? If the retreat cost of this Pokemon card is attached to is 3 or more. Oh, cool. If that Pokemon is currently confused, remove that special condition. Cool. Supporter. Fisherman. So, put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. And chest spin. 60 HP, grass type, tree climb, search your deck for a grass energy card, reveal it and put it into your hand, shuffle your deck afterward. Seed Bomb does 30 damage. The quills on its head are usually soft. When it flexes them, the points become so hard and sharp that they can pierce rock. Another chest spin, but different. Same HP, it's grass type, but it's okay. Its first move thing is different. Instead of Tree Climb, it is Nosh. Heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. Seed Bomb does 30 damage, and its description is also different. Such a thick shell of wood covers its head and back that even a direct hit from a truck wouldn't phase it. Wait, so that one is 7 out of 162, and that is 9 out of 162. Next is that Ekans? No, Zorua. Oh, cool, Zorua. 60 HP, Dark type. Whiny Voice. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into his or her deck. Discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. Does 30 damage. To protect themselves from danger, they hide their true identities by transforming into people and Pokemon. Ooh, Matchup, I need that. Next up is Gotcha. Flowgate. 50 HP, water type. Pound does 10. It protects its skin by covering its body in delicate bubbles beneath its happy-go-lucky air. It keeps a watchful eye on its surrounding. Next up is Snover. 80 HP. Powder Snow. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Double Smash 30 times. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 30 damage times number of heads. In the spring, it grows berries with the texture of frozen treats around its belly. Next up is Reverse Hollow and Swoobat. HP 90 evolves from Woobat. Wave Amplification. During your next turn, this Pokemon's returning Echo attack does 60 more damage before applying weakness and resistance. Returning Echo, 60 damage. Flip a coin if tails return this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your hand. Anyone who comes into contact with the ultrasonic waves emitted by a courting male experiences a positive mood shift. And finally, Gengar. Normal rare. Oh, wait, no. It's holo rare. It is holo rare. So, Sinister Fug. A cool image as well. Wow. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Put 1 damage counter on each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Creepshow. If your opponent's active Pokemon has 3 or more damage counters on it, that Pokemon is knocked out. But no actual attacks that do actual damage. Wow. Hiding in people's shadows at night, it absorbs their heat, then the chill it causes makes the victim shake. Next is Fates Collide. 2 more to go after this. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 3. Now remember that this video will be going, will be getting edited and going up normally. So try to only grab 1 code so people can get a good chance. Did I just do that right? 3 from the back. I don't even know if I did it. Did I just do it? I don't know. Let's just go with it. So first we have Scorched Earth. Stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a fire or fighting energy card from his or her hand. If that player does so, he or she draws 2 cards. Next up is Ammonite. 80 HP, water type, water gun does 30 damage. Revived from an ancient fossil, this Pokemon uses air stored in its shell to sink and rise in water. Next up is Kabuto. 80 HP, Mudshot does 30 damage. This Pokemon was regenerated from the fossil of an ancient creature. It protects itself with a hard shell. Next up is Fennekin. Fire type, 50 HP, invite out. Flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with his or her active Pokemon. As it walks, it munches on a twig in place of a snack. It intimidates opponents by puffing hot air out of its ear. Next up is Wizmet. 60 HP, normal type, kind of looks sad. Pound does 10 damage, round does 10 multiplied. This attack does 10 damage times the number of your Pokemon that have the round attack. If it senses danger, it scares the foe by crying out with the volume of a jet plane engine. Next up is Mincino. 50 HP, normal type, Tail Smack does 20 damage. These Pokemon prefer a tidy habitat. They are always sweeping and dusting, using their tails as brooms. Next up is Gothita. Haven't we already done this one? But it looks different. 60 HP, Psybeam does 20 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. They intently observe both trainers and Pokemon. Apparently, they are looking at something that only Gothita can see. Next up, and this is... No, there's still 1 more before the possible reverse holo. Oh! I think we've got a break card at the end. Solosis, HP 30, Psychic type, Mini-Link does 10 plus. If Solosis is on your bench, this attack does 30 more damage. They drive away attackers by unleashing psychic power. They can use telepathy to talk with others. Next up is, without giving away the one right at the back, Reverse Hollow, whatever the hell that is, Pupitar. Evolves from Larvitar, HP fighting. Thrash does 20 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. If tails, this Pokemon does 20 damage to itself. Ooh. Its shell is as hard as sheetrock, and it is also very strong. Its thrashing can topple a mountain. I don't get this because Larvitar looks kind of dragon type. Then it goes to Pupitar, which looks kind of cocoonery like, and then it goes into Tyranitar. Is it Tyranitar? Which again is rather dragon like. Why wouldn't it just go boom? And next, the one we kind of got a sneak peek at, but we don't know what it is. Oh, it's not what I thought it was. We have Regirock EX. Nice, my first EX card, because wasn't the other one GX Break, and what was the one from, where did I put it? Was there one in this one? There wasn't, was there? Nope. So on my first few buys, I've got an EX, a GX, and what was the other one? Break. Not bad. So, Regirock EX. Basic, 180 HP, fighting. Ability, Regipower. The attack of your Pokemon, excluding Regirock EX, do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. And Bedrock Press, 100 damage. During your opponent's next turn, any damage done to this Pokemon by attacks is reduced by 20 after applying weakness and resistance. Pokemon EX rule: when a Pokemon EX has been knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. Again, what are prize cards? I'm gonna look that up, I think. Pokemon TGC, what are prize cards? Right, next we have a standard Sun and Moon, and then a Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. Prize card, Japanese side, is a card taken by a player for knocking out one of their opponent's Pokemon. When using the regular 60 card deck, 6 prizes are put down at the start of the game. However, 3 are put down if using a 30 card half deck, and 4 are put down if using a 40 card pre-release deck. So prize card as in you lose them cards. Screw that. Right, so Sun and Moon is 4 from back. When I can open it. I can't. So oh, what's going on? That was weird. I hope that didn't get seen, whatever it was. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, because of that card, I'm not sure if this is right, but regardless. Dragonair, 90 HP. Dragon type, Dragon's Wish. During your next turn, you may attach any number of energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon. Tail Smack, bloody hell. Grass Energy, Electric Energy, and Normal Energy. 60 damage. From time immemorial, it has been venerated by agricultural profiles as an entirely able to control the weather. Yeah, I think I have done this wrong. Then we have a... Wait, why have I put the Regirock EX in there? Double Colorless Energy. Special Energy. Double Colorless Energy provides double normal energy. Then we have... Corsola. 80 HP, Water type. Call for family. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Then shuffle your deck and surf. 60 damage. Pursued by Marini for the branches on its head. This Pokemon will sometimes snap its own branches off as a diversion while it escapes. Then we have Snubble. 70 HP, Fairy type. Reckless Charge, 20. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Its growls make its opponents uneasy. This laid back Pokemon tends to sleep half the day. Then we have Sandile. 70 HP, Dark type. Gnaw does 20 damage. Crunch does 30 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. It submerges itself in sand and moves as if swimming. This wise behavior keeps its enemies from finding it and maintains its temperature. I'm not doing good for energy cards. People used to complain about energy cards, but other than the ones in the theme deck, I've hardly got any. And we have Picky Peck, 50 HP. Picky Peck? What's Picky Peck? Rock Smash, 10 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 more damage. This Pokemon feeds on berries whose leftover seeds become the ammunition for the attack, so it fires off from its mouth. Next up is Cabana. 60 HP, Dark type. Thought it would have been water. Gnaw through. Discard all Pokemon tool cards from your opponent's active Pokemon. If they scent the faintest trace of blood, they rush to attack en masse. When alone, they're rather cowardly. Cowards. And we have... I can't even read that, but it looks like Togedemaru. 70 HP, Electric type. Looks very fat. Defense Curl. Flip a coin. If head, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks during your opponent's next turn. Discharge 30 times. Discard all electric energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage for each card you discard in this way. The long hairs on its back acts as a lightning rod. The bolts of lightning it attracts are stored as energy in its electric sac. And... wait. No, it's common. Next up is... Reverse Hollow Surskit. 50 HP, Grass type, Quick Attack does 10 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 10 more damage. When this Pokemon senses danger, sweet fluid oozes from the tip of its head, the taste of its disgust bird Pokemon. And I kind of got a slight look at the tip, so that's how I know I would have done this one wrong. Umbreon GX HP 200 Dark type. Strath 30. You may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Shadow Bullet 90 damage. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponents. Bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Dark Cool GX. Discard 2 energy from your opponent's Pokemon. You can't use more than one GX attack in the game. When your Pokemon GX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. I don't like that prize cards thing. And finally, the bit where it all went wrong. A Grass Energy. So, last but not least, Sun and Moon Burning Shadows. Oh my god, wow, oh my god, what's that about the Umbreon? It's not like it's the new Umbreon though, is it? I know it's an Umbreon GX, so it kind of is a newish one, but this is great though, because the amount of pulls I've got, like, wow. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Sun and Moon, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. The only problem last time was the fact, obviously, one of the cards was stuck in with the thingy card, and I wasn't sure whether it was from the front or back. So, first up is Upside Down, a Dark Energy. And then we have Ribombi. Ribombi? HP 70. Is that one of the new ones then? Ribombi. Ability, Honey Gather. Once during your turn before your attack, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Pollen Shot does 20 basic energy. Does that mean standard, normal, standard, base, whatever? It rolls up pollen into puffs. It makes many different varieties, some used as food and others used in battle. Next up is Guzma. Wait, did I show the Ribombi? I'll show it again just in case. So, Guzma, supporter, trainer supporter. Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your... Wait, what? Switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Confusing, but still. Next up is Whirlipede. 90 HP. Spin turn, 30 damage. Switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Rollout does 60 damage. Protected by a hard shell, it spins its body like a wheel and crashes ferociously into its enemies. Evolves from Venipede and becomes... I can't remember. We've already kind of seen what's behind, but not quite. So, hoot hoot, hoot hoot. There, owl. 60 HP, normal type. See through, your opponent reveals their hand. Peck, 20 damage. It has perfect sense of time. Whatever happens, it keeps rhythm and by precisely tilting its head in time. Next up, the one we kind of got a look at, and it's Alola Vulpix. We've already read an Alolan Vulpix, although that one kind of looks... I'm not sure. It looks a touch different. No, it's exactly the same. So, straight into the tin. Then, next up is that Routes? Yep, Routes. The one that eventually evolves into Gardevoir, am I right? 60 HP, Fairy type, Draining Kiss 10, heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. If its horns capture the warm feeling of Pokemon, people or Pokemon, its body warms up slightly. Next up is Alolan Grimer. 80 HP. So looking real different on it is the yellow kind of drool. Division, search your deck for Alolan Grimer and put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. But if you've already got Alolan Grimer, unless that's another one. What? Oh well. Slippery Sludge, your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. A Grimer which has been brought in to solve a problem with garbage developed over time into this form. Next up is Sneasel. Sneasel. 70 HP, Dark type, Hone Claws. During your next turn, this Pokemon's slash attack base damage is 80. Wow. Slash 20. It has cunning yet savage disposition. It waits for parents to leave the nest and then it sneaks in to steal their eggs. Next up is Reverse Hollow Butterfree. Bye bye Butterfree. And that does look like the Bye Bye Butterfree episode picture. 120 HP, Grass type, Bye Bye Heal. Heal all damage from all of your Pokemon. Shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. Stun Spore, 60 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Close examination of its large eyes reveal that each eye is composed of a myriad of tiny eyes. And lastly, the final card to be pulled is Standard Rare Mudsdale. HP 130, Fighting type, Kick Away, 60 damage. Your opponent switches their active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. But what if the Pokemon has got 60 HP or less, so technically you kill it? Vigorous Dash, 130 damage. This Pokemon does 130 damage to itself. This Pokemon does 30 damage to itself. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. It spits a mud that provides resistance to both wind and rain, so the walls of old houses were often coated with it. Evolves from Mudbray. And there we go. We have the entire thing. So I'm going to pull out all of the... I'm not going to do the standard rares. I'm just going to do the hollows and reverse hollows, as well as them ones over there. And the ones from inside. Or one. There was only one, wasn't there? Have I missed one? That doesn't feel right. And I'm going to pull that out just because it's my favorite in that family. Well, favorite family. This bit would definitely be slimmed down when I actually go. I don't know if I want to keep the little dip box. I'm going to put that into it. And then I might put all of these into it as well. And then, so, yeah, let's do them in the order pulled, other than these ones, which I've obviously just. So them ones can go at the back. Right, so first up, out of the ones I've separated, which is my favorite Pokemon family, along with all of the hollows, reverse hollows, EX, GX, break, and whatever. So first up, we have Charmander, my favorite Pokemon family line. Alolan Ninetales Hollow, Reverse Hollow Tentacruel, Hollow Politoed, bleh. Reverse Hollow Vulpix, Reverse Hollow Chandelure. Wait, it was Reverse Hollow, wasn't it? Yep. Reverse Hollow Tangela, Reverse Hollow Ferroseed, Hollow Aegislash, Reverse Hollow Swoobat, Hollow Gengar. Love the design on that. Could have done the hollow a little bit better, but love the design. Reverse Hollow Pupitar, Reverse Hollow Surskit, Reverse Hollow Butterfree, Flyaway Butterfree, Bye-bye Butterfree. And then we have the big ones. We have, first up was Tapu Koko GX. Second up was Talonflame Break. Next up was the Fuller Trainer card, Pokemon Ranger. Then we had Regirock EX, and then finally we had the Umbreon GX, which is not a bad pull considering not bad pulls for what is it, six additional boosters plus the tin and the theme deck. Not bad at all. There will be an edited version going up on this YouTube channel after. Obviously, it's going to take me a bit of time to edit it down and pick out pick out all the bits to use and that. Please hit the like if you liked, follow, subscribe, whatever. Check out my Twitch channel, check out my Patreon page and all that jazz. Anything else? Can't think of anything. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye, good night, God bless. As when I can finally find end stream.